Hello everybody, welcome to the Noble Way.
We are in SeaWorld in Orlando, Florida.
And I am so excited today. This is our first day ever doing the Seven Seas Food Festival ever.
I'm super excited.
We have not been to SeaWorld. We came here to SeaWorld for one episode before this where we actually got to see Boyz II Men and they were fire.
Amazing.
I'm not gonna lie, their all white outfits were the bomb. It made me start thinking that I needed to try to pull all white off. And she was like, no.
No.
But they were so awesome. So we're going to have a lot of fun today. We're going to try a lot of new foods. Obviously, everything's going to be new to us this year, so I am excited. So stay tuned if you want to see all about SeaWorld's Seven Seas Lagoon Festival. I'm excited. Here we are at the Seven Seas Food Festival, and this is our first time here, so we don't know a lot, but we did learn a lot of stuff from the food festivals at Epcot, and we know that the very first thing you do when you get here is you pick up your guidebook. You pick up the little event guide that's going on, and it's very similar so far to Epcot. Inside this booklet gives you all the information you need to know. It's got all the different food booths in here and all the different types of food at each booth and the locations and a map and all sorts of stuff. But one of the things that we saw first was that they actually have a food and beverage sampler lanyard. So we actually picked it up. And what's interesting is, so we got the 15 pass one. So they had a 15 and a 10 food and beverage sampler lanyard. And it was $80 for the 15 item sampler or $65 for the 10 item sampler. And that can be used on any food, beverage, wine, specialty cocktails, any drinks that they offer at any of the booths. So that's like over 200 different things you can choose from. And she asked us if we were pass members, and we said yes, like annual pass holders, because we were like, oh, we might get a discount. And then she gave it to us and it was still 85 bucks. And we were like, okay, I don't know why she needed to know if we were annual pass holders because it was still $85. But when we looked on the lanyard, we saw these 3 little orange bubbles here. So there's 15 yellow bubbles and there's 3 orange ones. And right under it, it says bonus for pass members. So we get 18 things for the price of 15, which is already a lot cheaper than just buying all the foods individually. Now they are, for this sampler, it is a smaller portion size than what you would normally. So if you bought like the egg rolls, for example, instead of getting 2 or 3, whatever you would get normally, you might only get 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And the same for the alcohol, you'll get like a smaller sample size than what you would normally get, but it's so much cheaper this way. And you can use this lanyard across days. So we don't have to burn all 18 of these things in one day. I was nervous about that. I was like, I don't think I can do 18 things in one day. So we're just gonna use this a bunch, and I can't wait to get, let's get going. I wanna get some usage out of this thing. Maybe we'll see a few exhibits along the way. We'll grab some food. Hopefully we find something awesome. Our first stop is the Caribbean Market. We love Caribbean food. We love jerk chicken. And we saw that they had a jerk chicken hot slider, and we just had to grab it. So, but one of the things that I wanted to mention, which is really interesting to me, is that all of the buildings have names.
Oh.
So unlike Universal, where at Mardi Gras, Universal has great booths and great food, but like they don't have names. And they also have numbers on the booths here. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's kind of nice because the numbers kind of correspond to almost kind of how like where they are situationally or spatially within the park.
Yeah.
So you know that if you're like on number 3, the next booth is going to be 4 as you're walking along the path. So like the layout is nice, the numbers are nice. They have names for every single booth and different styles of food. So I think they're doing a really good job, honestly, when I compare it to like the food and wine festivals or, you know, at Epcot and things like that. So it's pretty good. They have nice signage that also has some pictures of the food, which I think is really great. And I'm anxious to try this food out. Since we got the pass, we're not going to mention how the prices of the items, but I can tell you like most of the prices we've seen for things so far have been between like $9 and $12 for the food items. And then the drinks have been between, I think, like $10 and $15 for full size. We got small size, so the price isn't really a count. So because we got the lanyard, I don't really have to talk about the prices. So let's talk about the jerk chicken slider. And it just looks like it's a jerk chicken, and it says a brown sugar and pineapple salsa on top of it on a little bun. I really just want to rip into this thing. It looks, man, it smells good. It looks good. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give it a rip. First things first for me, there's a ton of pineapple slaw on this thing. Like I got a mouthful of pineapple. I almost couldn't even taste the chicken at first because all I had was pineapple. And it's all over the plate. The pineapple is like done. What did you think of the chicken?
I liked it.
Yeah, the flavor of the chicken is really good. It was a little tough though.
I like tough meat, so to me it was good.
Yeah. I don't know if that means it's slightly old or if it's just well done, like cooked like a long period. Like usually they'll cook the chicken and it's been sitting in like a bin for a while. So depending on how crowded it is, you're probably going to get a better or a worse piece of chicken. But honestly, the flavor's pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you like it with all the pineapple and everything on it?
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah, and the chicken it's crispy, like it's burnt. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get another bite though, because I think she ate all the chicken in that one bite. But like, I mean, I just try to hold it up. Like, it's really, like the chicken is very blackened, like seared, and that's that jerk seasoning on it and everything.
That's a 9 out of 10 for me. I really like it. It's my speed. I like drier meat, so if you don't get this. And it's tough, which I like. I love the flavors. I love the way the chicken's cooked, the way the chicken tastes, the jerk seasoning, and the pineapple slaw. I love it all. So, and it's all over my face.
It's really dry for me. I don't like my chicken that dry at all. So, it's probably like a 5 out of 10 for me. Because it's like super well done, the chicken.
It is.
But the jerk seasoning on it tastes good. I could use more jerk seasoning, but I am getting a little bit of heat in my mouth. And the pineapple and the roll were all great. So it's just the chicken was to me like super overcooked, which is how she eats it. I like mine moist. I like mine moist, like moist. But overall, pretty good. Not a bad start. What did you got? Let's talk about the drink you got.
I got a Rum Runner.
Got it. Pretty much every time we see Rum Runner, we gotta stop and get the Rum Runner.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let me try it first, and then you can.
It's good. It doesn't have a lot of flavor. It's kind of
it's the ice.
Though.
I think it's the ice on the top.
Yeah.
I can tell it like needs to be stirred up. I feel like there's two types of Rum Runners. There's a fruit punchy flavored Rum Runner, and there's like a pineapple flavored Rum Runner. This is definitely more on the pineapple side of it. And I like it. I think it's good.
It's refreshing.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good. And you get a decent, like hold it up so they can see like how the size of it. See, wait, you're too close to the camera. Yeah, see, it's like a smaller, you know, it's not like a large, they have like, the normal size is pretty good size. I don't know, it's like 9 or 12 ounces maybe.
How many ounces?
Might be 12 ounces.
We should ask.
Yeah, I will ask on the next one. We'll probably get one more drink and we'll ask the size.
I feel like this is like.
I feel like it's like a 5 or 6 ounce maybe.
I feel like it's like
5 ounces.
4 or 3.
Yeah, maybe 4 or 5 versus like a 9 or a 12.
Yeah.
We'll ask, but overall pretty good. We're starting off good, so let's keep on cruising. The All-American Market has some interesting food here. They've got this Brisket Totchos, I'm gonna say, Smoked Brisket, Potato Tots, and MAYOCHUP, a lobster mac and cheese. They got a funnel cake that has Nutella, strawberry, and chocolate. A couple of craft beers. I've noticed that a lot of places have like a craft beer section and a wine section and then like a specialty cocktail. This one doesn't have the wine section, but passion fruit mimosa. I don't know, there's a few different things, but most of them are kind of laid out this way.
We are at the All-American Market. We got the Brisket Totchos. There's a lot. It's tater tots, brisket, MAYOCHUP, which is mayonnaise and ketchup, so I will be avoiding that like the plague, and cheese, shredded cheese. Steve will definitely eat the MAYOCHUP. That's literally what they call it. But I'm going to eat everything but that. So I'm going to try the meat first. I give this a 5 out of 10. I don't think there's much flavor in the brisket. I do taste some smokiness, but not too much. But once again, I'm not eating the sauce. So I bet you Steve gives this a higher rating because he's going to eat the sauce on it. I love the way the tater tots are cooked. They're crispy. I actually don't mind the way the brisket's cooked. There's just not very much flavor for me because I'm not eating the sauce.
All right, let's give it a rip. I like it.
I knew he would.
Yeah. The brisket is pretty fatty.
Yeah.
The piece I had was really fatty.
I picked the ones that weren't on purpose.
But it's like super well done though, so it's like
Yeah.
it wasn't like mushy or anything. It was like, I mean, I don't know.
Did you like the sauce?
I don't know what's not to like. I mean, I think it's good. I actually dig the flavor and it's got a decent amount. Yeah. So I mean, potatoes good.
I knew you were going to do
Mayonnaise good. Ketchup good. Cheese good. Brisket good. I like it. It is good. I mean, I don't think the brisket is like the best meat I've ever had in my life if I eat it like separately, but like all together, mashed up with that mayo chip, bussin'.
MAYOCHUP. I have never heard. I knew people mix that. My daughter's best friend Wendy does it. I think it's weird, but people like it. I've never heard it called MAYOCHUP. Have you?
Mm-hmm.
You have?
They sell it in the store now.
I didn't know it was called that. But you get a lot in this.
Yeah,
so
there's
if you
a lot.
like this, like you are going to get full on this. Like it's a lot. It's heavy. Don't you think?
It's good. There's definitely a lot of fat in the brisket though, so like,
Yeah.
if you don't like fatty meats, this is, you're not going to want to do the meat here. But if you don't mind fat in the meat because you think like the fat gives it like more flavor, which it does, you will like it. I think it's excellent, actually.
And I don't know what
like
to
it.
compare it to. this does not seem like a sample size to me.
Yeah, it's huge.
This seems like the full size.
I'm confused.
Both items we got here seem like the full size. So
I
don't
agree.
know.
I feel like so far the food has looked like full size,
and the drinks are
and
not.
the drinks are not full
Yeah.
size. So we're gonna keep going on this. And if it keeps holding true, we may end up only using our pass for the food
Yeah.
and not the drinks, because I don't feel like this is the cup from the last drink.
I feel like that's,
I feel like
4
that's
ounces.
kind of a waste. Like
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's worth stamping,
Yeah.
punching one of the cards when you, like, I can get this like giant meal here
Yeah.
for a whole punch, or this little 5 ounces. Now we did ask.
He said he thought it was 4 or 5.
Yeah, this glass says 7 ounces on it, but I don't think it was filled up all the way. So I think it's more like 5 ounces of actual drink.
Yeah.
And the full-size version of this, which was like $12 or $13, was 20 ounces.
Yeah. So it's a much better
So it's
deal.
a big difference in the
Yeah.
drink size versus, I don't think the food size is much different.
Yeah.
If the food size is a lot different, I feel like that's a waste, because
Yeah. We
I
wouldn't
can't.
even eat that
We would only be able to eat like 1 or 2
Yeah.
of the dishes and we'd be out of
These are
here.
big.
So I'd rather have the smaller anyway. So we're gonna keep rolling, but I have a feeling we're gonna just only use the punch card for the food.
Yeah. The other item we got at the American Market is the strawberry funnel cake, one of my all-time favorites of any festival or fair ever. And once again, this does not look too much like a sample size. It's slightly smaller than a normal funnel cake, but to me, this is pretty good size. I feel like it's even slightly bigger than the one you get at Epcot, but I could be wrong. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a try. You don't get much strawberry on it, but I typically like just the powdered sugar ones anyway, even though I do love strawberry. Steve likes the ones with like the sauce and stuff. We could have got Nutella or chocolate, but we decided to get the strawberry. So I prefer strawberry, so I'm gonna go ahead and try it. Funnel cakes are so messy. Oh, it's good. I love funnel cake. It just tastes like funnel cake. Good funnel cake. I really like the taste of the strawberry stuff a lot. Sometimes you can get the pre-canned or pre-made like strawberry sauce or cherry sauce or whatever, and it tastes like to me it tastes a little medicinal.
This one's pretty good.
This one's good.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of picky, which is why I don't normally like to get on my funnel cake, but this one's good.
I'm way more picky than she is when it comes to the strawberry like glazed stuff. Like some of it I just flat out won't eat because it tastes like medicine to me.
Yeah, it does.
She'll kind of eat it. This one's actually pretty solid, I'm not gonna lie. I could use a little bit more strawberries and less of the glaze. And I definitely could use more of it because it was just like a small dollop. Overall though, it was just a good standard strawberry covered, powder sugar covered funnel cake. Nothing special about it, but it was good. I feel like it was a good use of our card because it's huge. It's delicious.
It really is.
Nothing bad to say. It's cooked very well. There's actually enough powdered sugar on it too. Like the powdered sugar.
Get this.
I love it. Now I will tell you, I was dumb, and I when I saw it on the menu at first, I thought you got all three. I thought you got the strawberry and the Nutella and the chocolate, just based on how it was written on the thing up there or in the book. Which probably would have been weird, all those flavors together. So I'm kind of glad but they asked us to pick. So yeah, I mean, I like it a lot.
I kind of want to finish it, but I know we have more booze to go to, so I'm trying not to finish it. It's very good, though. Don't you think?
I'm going to keep eating it. Honestly, starting off strong. Starting off real strong here at this festival. It's a great dish. Great food. Let's keep cruising and see what else we find. We are making our way through the shark area. I don't know if that's actually what it's called or not, but most everything in this area seems to be shark related. There's a shark encounter that you can go into, and then there's the Shark's Underwater Grill. There's this Finn's Gifts behind me. Up there, you can actually see that's the Mako ride, the Mako roller coaster, which I've never ridden before. And that's obviously Mako is a shark. So I feel like this is all the shark area. Check it out, they have these little flamingo paddle boats out there. Just out there paddling around in that lagoon. Ha! That's cool. I wonder if you have to pay for that. Or if it's like included. We'll have to go check it out. I hear a concert over there. I think it's just a like a cover type band. I don't really know who it is. That's where Boyz II Men played. Not as many people over there for them as there was for Boyz II Men, though, I can tell you that's for sure. We are at the Italian market, and the food here looks delicious, and I'm really curious. There's a lot of different things they have here. Unfortunately, they didn't have the tiramisu. I was going to get the tiramisu.
Yeah.
They didn't have it. This is the second thing that they haven't had. Last time we were here, they didn't have the rum cake that I wanted to try, which was disappointing. So we'll have to come back and try the tiramisu another day. But they have really good food, and I'm curious to see if this Italian food is going to stack up to the Italian food at Epcot. And historically, if you've watched any of our videos, the food at the Italian place usually is decent. Yeah. Like the ravioli has been really quality and great, but the price of the Italian food has been way too much in our opinion.
Yeah.
You get like 5 ravioli or 4, which are usually like 5, which are really pretty good. But they're like $13, $14, or $15, depending, and it's just too expensive.
Yeah.
And then some of the things aren't even that great, like the risotto balls. So
yeah, and the donuts.
Yeah, so we got 2 different items here, and we'll see if how it stacks up to the Epcot Italian place. And the first one that we got is it's called the Palermo Fontina Cheese Meatballs. Yum. I mean, they smell amazing. Smell that.
Oh, I know. When she handed them to me, or he handed them to me, I was like, listen.
Yum. I just want to tear into these things. They look awesome. Now, I'm still not seeing the portion sizes being different. Like, because even the picture on the board up there was like 2 meatballs and some bread. And I feel like that's what we got. So I feel like you get like the full-size meal.
Unless you get a drink.
Unless you get a drink, then you get a sample.
Yeah.
I don't really understand that. But and it said this is normally $9.99 for these meatballs. So, again, maybe you do get like more. But like even in the picture, I just don't see it. I don't see it. So.
I like that it's cooked all the way through. That's a huge thing for me, and it definitely is. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a try. I feel like there's some saltiness. I don't know if it's in the meatball or the sauce, but regardless of what it's in, I like it. I feel like he's gonna like it too.
I mean, just by the look of the meatball and the smell of the meatball, like I'm already getting like excited about it. Now, I'll be honest, I am a meatball connoisseur. You will definitely, I'll definitely tell you whether it's a good meatball. I eat tons and tons of meatballs, and I have my favorites. Let's give it a go here.
I'm gonna try it on the bread.
Wow. It's surprisingly, like, almost fall apart tender. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when meatballs are like frozen meatballs, or like old or whatever, they're like very firm and dense and tough. I mean, these meatballs almost just fall apart. They're really good. I mean, they may be frozen. I have no idea. But I don't care. They're just delicious. And that tomato sauce on there, with a little bit of Parmesan or Fontina cheese on there.
Yeah, I like the flavor a lot.
I'm gonna do it on the little crostini or whatever too. Mmm.
Definitely get this. Don't you think?
They're really good meat. I love it. I love it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, I love everything about it.
It's not the best meatball I've ever had,
like
but it's really good. Because I thought it was going to be busted, to be honest. And it ended up being pretty solid.
Yeah.
I don't really see any special like seasonings or the flavor's good. Good saltiness or whatever, but I don't really see any like special stuff in the meatball, like onions or peppers or anything like that. Just kind of a standard meat / sausage or whatever you want to call it, lamb, whatever, meatball. I don't know exactly what's in it. It's really good. The little crostini, bruschetta bread or whatever, the ciabatta bread or whatever it is, ciabatta. I could use it toasted a little bit more. I think maybe at some point it was toasted, but maybe they sat and then they're just kind of a little soft because it's like it's almost toasted, but not quite. Mm-hmm. But the flavor of it was good. It's got like a little olive oil or something on it. I love it. I think it's awesome. But we also got another dish that I'm probably going to try the most of because she doesn't like tomatoes. And this is all about the tomatoes. And it is the hot mozzarella cherry tomato bruschetta. It looks like it has some sort of balsamic glaze or drizzle on it. I don't know, it looks bussin'. I'm just gonna dig in. It says hot mozzarella, so it's like it's sort of like a melted mozzarella ball that's unmelted now. All right, I think I got it all on there.
I got everything but the tomato. The balsamic glaze doesn't have very much flavor. I love balsamic glaze, love it, and it's very lightly flavored. Don't you think? Or at least what I had of it.
I mean, I can taste it, but it's
fine.
sweet.
Yeah, I tasted it. It was just okay.
And it's a sweet balsamic glaze. There's no bitterness, sourness to it at all, for me.
Yeah.
It was just sweet, which you don't really think of in a balsamic vinegar or balsamic glaze. I guess depending on... So, me personally, this is just an okay dish.
Yeah, it's fine.
The crostini is, again, not toasted quite enough for my liking. The mozzarella cheese is what the mozzarella cheese is going to be. You know, mozzarella doesn't have a ton of flavor by itself.
Yeah.
The tomatoes are really good and fresh.
Are they?
Unfortunately, yeah, they're marinated in a little bit of garlic, olive oil. So that helps the tomatoes. But honestly, the balsamic glaze just threw the whole thing off for me because it made the whole dish sweet.
I expected something a lot different than what it was.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of sweet Italian food. When I see mozzarella, and tomatoes and a crostini, I want it to be salty and sour and vinegar flavors and garlic flavors. And really all I'm getting is a sweet. So for me, it's...
And it's very even. There's not even that much flavor at all.
For me, and you're right, it's not a lot of flavor, and the flavor that I'm getting is sweet. So for me, it's a pass. This was no good.
Yeah, so get the meatballs.
Meatballs, amazing.
10 out of 10.
We don't know about the tiramisu yet.
Yeah,
We'll try that another day.
Another time. Bruschetta, no.
Yeah, pass on the, and I love bruschetta, but I've had way better bruschetta.
I call it bruschetta,
way better.
he calls it bruschetta.
Well, I used to call it bruschetta too until I got corrected by an Italian waiter.
I don't care,
And he said,
I call it bruschetta.
bruschetta. So there we go. I don't know. Just call it the brusch. We'll just stop at brew.
No.
So, all right, let's keep moving. That was a disappointing dish, but the meatballs were amazing. I still have some of the meatball left, and I'm going to put the bruschetta aside and finish the meatballs. What an amazing time we actually had at the Seven Seas Food Festival. I
loved it.
didn't know what to really expect. Thought it was, we figured we'd give it a go. We bought the pass. I feel like the pass was worth the money as long as you used it for food.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think it's worth it for the drinks.
It's not.
I think it's only really worth it for the food.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of fun. I mean, the food was actually pretty good.
It was.
It was
a lot.
The food. It felt a little bit more to me like Universal Mardi Gras when it comes to the food, because the portion size, like the price was more expensive than what. The price is more expensive than like what you get at Epcot for because Epcot has the small little portions.
Yeah.
Whereas Universal, I feel like it has bigger portions. It's more expensive, but it has much bigger portions. It's almost like every dish is its own meal.
Yep.
And today I feel like most everything that we had was like almost a meal. So the prices were a little bit more expensive. We didn't pay the prices because we just did the $80 thing. But overall, I think it was pretty good. I'm surprised the food was really good. We're definitely going to come back. I can't wait to actually come back before the food festival's over. Did you have fun?
I loved it. I can't wait to come back.
That was great. And we need to try some more cocktails, though, the next time. I feel like we need to try more cocktails next time. There's a lot of different drinks.
Yeah.
Most of the booths, though, I feel like we've seen have been frozen drinks. So we've been trying to find the non-frozen drinks. But I think we're going to have to start tackling some of the frozen ones. I'll do a frozen one. Why not?
Yeah, I will too.
Yeah, it should be fun. So thanks again for joining us. I don't know what just happened there, but we will see you again tomorrow. Until then, the noble way
is the easy way.
Bye-bye, everybody.